Hi, Jonathan Warren. Thank you for doing this interview with me today. As we've spoken, the interview is going to be about your son, Shaquille. Um, and so let's just get right into it. Um, how many children do you have?
I have four children.
Yeah? What are their names?
I have Chantiel, Shaquille, Shaquan, and Jaden.
Okay, nice. Among your children, where does Shaquille reside?
Second born.
Second born. How old were you when Shaquille was born?
I was 32 at the time.
32. At what age did Shaquille begin attending elementary school?
At the age of 4.
Okay, nice. Um, so, what were some of Shaquille's favorite activities or hobbies when he was in elementary school?
Some of his favorite things to do inside were to play Yu-Gi-Oh cards, or you'd be on a PlayStation. If he were ever outside, he'd be hanging out with his friends at the park.
How long, approximately, would Shaquille partake in his preferred activities before switching to another?
I'd say about a half an hour, depending on what he's doing.
Yeah. Can can you explain whether Shaquille was easily distracted and how?
Yes, he was easily distracted. Any small things around him would grab his attention other than what's in front of him.
So, for example, if he was playing a board game, like would he finish it? Would he sort of get lost or wander around?
He would wander around.
Yeah. Um, was it difficult for Shaq to focus or pay attention to tasks that he wasn't interested in?
I guess it was hard for him to pay attention to stuff he wasn't interested in.
Can you give me any examples?
Uh, Especially with his homework or schoolwork or any, yeah, especially anything that took a lot of time or a lot of thinking.
Mm-hmm. Um, what things were easiest for Shaq to pay attention to?
Yeah, he's a very active kid, so any sports was good for him, music was good for him, or food.
Okay. What things were the hardest for him to pay attention to?
Anything book learning
Yeah.
for him.
Okay. Um, how seemingly difficult was it for Shaq to learn new tasks?
It wasn't too hard unless it was something that didn't really pique his interest.
Okay. So it was like very hands-on stuff that like he was good at, but it was hard to think things through a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you give me an example?
For example, picking up new sports with a lot of rules and regulations, which he has to learn beforehand. He's more of a kid that's ready to go into the game heads on than learn the rules afterwards and learn it beforehand.
So, when Shaq would complete tasks with multiple steps, what methods, if any, have you observed?
Shaq will repeat over and over to himself until he remembers it.
Okay. Um, how forgetful was Shaq as a child? What sort of things would he forget?
Shaq is not too forgetful, but do forget his homework quite a few times.
Was there a reason? Was it because he wasn't interested, or like would he forget on purpose?
Either it would just misplace and it would skip his mind,
Mm-hmm.
but eventually it will always come back to him.
Oh, okay. Do you know any strategies that Shaq would use to help him remember things?
Yeah, Shaq will use multiple ways to remember things, such as like putting a song to a task and remembering the song.
How much enjoyment did Shaq seem to derive from elementary school?
He would mostly enjoy recess, gym, or anything that could make him move.
Did he like any of his other classes, like English or math or French?
Not really. He didn't like sticking to a desk.
Um, how well did Shaq do academically in elementary school?
He didn't do so well until all right. Yeah, he wouldn't do so well. He would get more 50s until I implemented like a reward system. So the better grades he would get rewarded. So then his grades would bump up to like upper 70s, above average.
Okay. How inclined was Shaq to do his homework?
Not at all.
Not at all. All right.
It was the hardest thing to get him to do.
Okay. Did Shaq have friends in elementary school that he would have playdates with?
Yeah, he would have many friends in different class and different grade as well.
Oh yeah. Um, would he see those friends outside of school?
Yeah, we would allow him to go over on weekends,
Yeah.
weekend afternoons between the afternoon and supper.
Okay. And did he do that often? Like, was it every weekend or like once a month sort of thing?
It wasn't too frequent,
Mm-hmm.
but it was more than just once a month.
All right. Well, thank you. I only have one more question for you. What has been your proudest moment of Shaq?
Watching him succeed and see him actually enjoy the success.
Yeah. Having watched him succeed and like grow before my eyes as well, it's a great thing to see, and I'm super proud of him. Um, Thank you, Jonathan, for your time and for doing this interview with me.
It was my pleasure.
Thank you.